Okay, here I am once again, and you can tell I have this on, and I have some layers on, and I got my steezy on under here because it's a little bit colder now. It's in the 30s, but with the humidity in the air, it feels like it's in the 20s. Not as much steam coming out of my breath, a little, but it's just that in the past week or so, the weather has been pretty decent in the 50s. So I got kind of used to that weather. And the lows would be the 30s, upper 30s. And now the weather's getting cooler again, and I think another cold front's coming our way. So once again, I am affected by that. And whenever I feel frustrated, anxiety, that PTSD kind of feeling, that's when I grab my iPhone and I record. And I just, whatever comes out, comes out. Oh, man. I'm kind of concerned about what's going to happen in the future here. But you know what? I can't really talk about all that now. I know this all seems vague, and one of these days, not soon, but you'll find out what kind of a predicament I am at this moment in time in my life, to where I'm just fucking stuck, and it sucks being here. Not being here like, in the state or where I live now, not that. It just sucks being here in this position the way I am living right now, because I did not expect any of this. And you could say it's been somewhat adventurous, but not a very fun one. And it has gotten to me in here and physically too. But you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk about what I plan to do once my shit is all figured out, and once, everything pans out and I can go on living the way I want to. Basically, I want to be a van lifer. I want to get on the road, and I want to adventure. Now, this doesn't mean I want to go see the big cities and all that, because I think after being out here in Appalachia, I'm growing out of that. Like, I need to make the scene. I need to go to bars. I want to go to, LA or Chicago or fucking New York City, or or Vegas. I mean, I used to like going to places like that and seeing the culture and all that, but nah, it's kind of like the opposite now, man. I want to see nature. I want to go to these national parks. I got like Grand Canyon, Sedona, Moab, Zion, White Sands, Mount Rushmore, for starters, Niagara Falls. I want to see that shit. Yellowstone. I've already been to Yosemite. I want to see that again. Locally around here, they have caves and streams and campgrounds and lakes. That's what I want to see. I want to live on the road and see all that. And hopefully I will be able to do that. Hopefully soon. That would be nice. I don't need to be around a lot of people anymore. I mean, if I meet people on the road and they're doing the same thing, and say we have a group of campers around a campfire, that I won't mind. That will not stress me out. But like, say, and I hate to say this, like if I go to a gig or a music festival, I don't know if I can handle that shit anymore. I love music, and most of all my life, whenever I'd go to a gig, I'd be getting fucked up. I'd be getting lit. All right, that's just the way it is. And towards the end of all that kind of that era, I started going to these gigs sober, and I noticed I didn't have as much fun. That's just the way it is. It's a way that's what happens when you're addicted to having to like have a drink and doing drugs just to be social, you know? When you're doing that and you're addicted to it and you've done it for a long time, and then you stop and you go to like, you know, even seeing a band anywhere, it doesn't have to be a bar. I feel like, okay, I'm enjoying the music, but goddamn, there's so many fucking people here, you know? And you know, like, I'm into metal, all kinds of different metal, and I like going to the mosh pit. I'm older now, my body hurts, I don't know if I could do that. However, I know I could do it if I get lit. If I drank alcohol and did drugs, well, mostly speed, so anything up my nose, because I ain't smoking that shit no more. Fuck that. But you know, if I do a key bump of coke or meth, and yeah, I'd get in the pit and I'd fucking mosh it out, man, and you know, fucking next day, of course, I'd be hurting. Other than that, I don't do that shit no more. So it's kind of hard to find that interesting. But I do love, like, I really love live bands and metal music, hardcore, grindcore, fast fucking, or you know, some of that groovecore stuff, that groove metal. I love that too. I even like rock, rap metal. I love that too. But and I don't know if I can enjoy that anymore, or like how I used to, you know. But as for being on the road and adventuring, that, like, I feel excited about that. And I think once I am on the road, I'll feel relaxed and happy. You know, before I came out to Kentucky the first time, or being on a road trip, because I had to go to other places before I came to Kentucky. I think I had to go to Texas, then I went up to Indiana, and then Missouri, and then to Kentucky. But I've been through all these states. I was afraid, because I used to road trip when I was younger, and of course I was on speed all the time and be getting drunk. But this first time I thought, man, it's gonna suck being on the road and it's gonna be boring. But then I found out after the third or fourth time being on the road and taking these long cross country trips, I really started enjoying, you know, stopping in rural areas and stopping at rest stops and just seeing the people around you, the culture and all that, you know. It was only like at the truck stops where I had to deal with like bigger groups of people. And that is if I had to go inside to use the bathroom and grab some supplies or whatnot. That's where I'd kind of somewhat have a little anxiety. But other than that, being out on the road and stopping at these like hotels along the highway that you don't know about, and you're in some small ass town, some rural area. I kind of enjoyed that. It's like, wow, okay. And like I'd go to the local, I don't know, sandwich shop, and I'd ask about places. Like there's some spots I stopped in Texas. There's a place called Van Horn, Texas. I didn't know Van Horn existed. It was on the 10, you know. But now I know that small town, and I've talked to the people there, and it's a really small town. It's like in the middle of nowhere, and I kind of like that. If I was to take the 10, that would be one of my main stops where I'd stay at, because it's real easy to get on and off the interstate, and they had a McDonald's and other little small food places there. Everything was right there on my doorstep. Hotel was cool. I mean, I went there a few times, and people who worked there remembered me. Just so you know, I've been back and forth from California to Kentucky, or the other way around, a total of 9 times in less than a year. So I got used to the long road trips and stopping in these small towns. And that's when I realized, man, I want to live on the road for a while. I want to have an adventure like that. Because, man, I'm old, man. I'm considered a senior citizen. This is the latter part of my life. And, you know, I've been working for most of it. I want to adventure the rest of the time. I'm supposed to be doing that now-ish, but I got stuck in this predicament, and I'm trying to ride this out the best I can. But I can tell you, it really did get to me, man. And I would rather have not went through with what I have been through regarding the predicament I am, but you know, I'm in it, so I have to ride it out until things get better. I'm not going to say it's going to solve itself, because I don't know that yet. That's up in the air. It's not up to me. But I know that things will get better for me regarding just my own personal finances and plans regarding that. So, but just not now. And it's been like this ride kind of sucks. And it doesn't suck. It sucks because of the conditions I've been living in. But it doesn't suck because now I'm here in Kentucky, and Kentucky's a beautiful spot. And at least for now, my tiny home is here. It does exist. And discovering the places to go around here, and just seeing the culture, and just geographically, it's beautiful here. That part doesn't suck. So it's kind of like a give and take type deal. But pretty soon, you know, I'm hoping that it all pans out sooner, so I can start enjoying, I could start fully enjoying my life. And just travel, man. I want to see shit. I want to be out there, and start making vlogs about that, instead of me being all bummed out all the time, or expressing disappointment, stress, whatever I do. That's why I'm making these vlogs, so I can just let this shit out. And I know I've repeated myself again, and I'll keep repeating myself until things are different, and then you'll see. Because actually, man, I can't wait to hit the road with, and I'll let you see her, and him. And with that, until the next one, thanks for tuning in. I'm out.